So we, however, have the rest of the party, and we're going to continue on with our story. So let's do a little recap, and then we'll dive in. What's been going on? Well, I'll tell you. The adventuring team known as the R.A.T.S, those who rage against the storm, just, you know, made into an acronym, are currently in the Feywild. They just battled a guardian of sorts in a icy realm known as Hecate's Fathom, which was a gateway, a literal portal that connected the confluence of elemental planes with some, well, the elemental plane of water, which had been blocked off by the powers that be in the confluence. The party successfully opened the blockage, put in a stent, if you will, and allowed the water to flow back into the confluence, the heart of the elemental planes, bringing that life-giving flow. This was the second of 3 which they unblocked, and they fought a possessing creature of icy quality that did seemingly possess an ice dragon or some sort of dragon that they released from, but then, you know, Ray ripped the mode of creation out of its head and killed it, because that's what Ray does. And in releasing the gate, the party was sucked through as some sort of a failsafe to prevent interlopers from being able to get into the elemental plane of water. The party reemerged in a new land of vibrant color and a kind of freshness in the air, a sweet, almost honeysuckle-like smell pervading where they landed in the midst of a stone formation, which might otherwise be signaling a portal or some sort of place of worship. And unfortunately for them, the ice elemental that had been possessed by the creature they were fighting also came through. And so the party, very badly beaten, turned around and continued the battle. Meanwhile, Celine, the sorcerer cleric, sought to resurrect the Kenku warlock Cacophony, who had been killed in the combat. As she cast her Revivify spell, the rest of the party, Hashin, blinded, Ray and Antony, well, Ray was fine. She was a little paranoid, but
leg a little broke.
she turned and immediately did battle. Antony busted out a bunch of spells, though he was badly hurt, healed himself, which was a new skill that he seemingly picked up somehow along the way. But hearing commotion by the thin place in this planar overlap, which he had been standing watch for such a time as this, a new friend, a human paladin named Emmanuel, jumped into the combat and assisted in driving away the possessing icy spirit. The party met Manny and made their acquaintance, took their bearings, and realized that they were in the Feywild. As best Manny could tell, in the realm of spring, though very near the border of the realm of winter. The party began to travel along the river, which served as a sort of marker between the two realms. Presently, more of a springtime expression in the river land. And after traveling as far as their exhausted bodies would take them, Leomin's tiny hut was created, and the party took some much needed rest. At the conclusion of their long rest, Hashin, their warlock ranger, was awakened, feeling some presence at his feet. As he sat up, he was alarmed to find another creature in the hut with them, which isn't supposed to be able to happen. And this individual was someone who Hashin had met before, with
We did more than me.
stark white hair, a
He just wants to be made feel bad.
formal attire, sort of a deep V white shirt, kind of frills on the collar,
Are we having an interview with a vampire?
and frills
Yes,
on
Anne writes
the
it.
on the sleeves, high cheekbones, a pale skin. This is a vampire. He did not seek to hide that from you before.
That is correct.
Smiling and sitting, almost not really sitting, almost kind of squatting with his
That's threatening.
hands or his elbows on his own knees, kind of squatting there, looking at you with a big smile, his oversized mandible teeth kind of poking through. And he looks at you and exclaims, "Oh, I am so happy." And this is where we pick up our episode for the evening.
Who was on guard?
On guard.
I don't think we had anyone because we were in the
You
hut.
Demon's tiny hut.
no one said that they were on guard.
Because we know nothing can get in that's not supposed to be let in. Which would be my response here. In the recap, I am shocked to see another being in here. What are you doing?
The hut, yes, its magical properties of exclusion. Well, as you know, I am very inclusive. As is the ground, which the hut does not keep out.
You burrowed in? What are you, a weasel? Mole?
I can be.
Oh god.
Oh my goodness.
Mr. Slade! Okay.
So here I am. There you are. Why are you here?
I'll be honest. I've been blind for a little bit. I don't know. I woke up, couldn't see, boom, next thing you know I'm here.
Well, you see now.
I do, yes.
And I am the first thing your eyes were awakened to.
Technically not true. Well, okay, from slumber, yes.
Did you see something prior?
I believe before I went into this tiny hut that I still don't, like, I don't see how you got in here. Yeah, like, it kind of went away, like, before bedtime.
Did you check between your legs?
Oh my god.
What character was... Oh, yeah.
That's right.
What's there?
Don't you see the hole?
How did I not feel that?
I'm gentle.
Okay.
What is going on?
I don't know.
There's a hole in the ground
Yeah.
where you were
Okay.
sleeping.
That's very different.
Yeah.
There's a hole
Like he
between two
burrowed
holes.
between my legs and I didn't feel it.
Okay.
I thought while you were sleeping he cut a hole in your pants,
Yeah, that's
like in your grundle region.
Oh!
And
No, Steve.
I didn't.
Only
I
you.
got the hole in the ground.
no.
I
come on,
would
Twitch chat
never
thought the same.
violate you without your permission.
And you know what? That's what I appreciate.
That's an oxymoron there.
That's what I appreciate.
Violate you without your permission.
Sadiq. You're a good friend that way.
Oh, I am
Yes.
quite good.
So why are you here? I don't know why I'm here, but you probably have a reason.
Well, I'm here because I'm interested in you.
Go on.
Well, in particular, what you're a part of. You recall our first
Rats or more?
conversation.
the tower.
Do you
yeah.
not?
Yeah.
Yes, I was enjoying the reconnoitering of the unseelie elves in the Tower of the Mad Wizard. And you happened upon me while I was enjoying a nice little drink by the fire.
Yes. And then I saw you in the dream.
Yes, in the dream about your
Baba.
Baba,
Uh,
Daddy.
yes.
Your father was connected to the Unseelie Court, of which I have taken a keen interest because of the chaos about. You recall this conversation?
Let's pretend I don't. It's been a couple months.
Well,
Probably close to a year.
you recall that the Unseelie was seeking information about Voidril,
Ah,
who had some sort of connection with the Mad Wizard. About this time, the rest of you are now
Aware.
awaking and aware that there is a conversation going on between Hashin and another presence. As you wake, Manny, you've never seen this creature before. He looks like a vampire that is having a conversation with Hashin.
What is the classification of the vampire?
Undead.
Okay. Sorry.
Yep.
Darian.
And
Wow.
Ray, you and Celine and Anthony all recall Dmitri, though Anthony, you were not in your physical form at that time. That was your form of
Purple Goblin.
the Purple Goblin, which had Hovak in it, I believe, the guy from the elf dude from Midgard.
Had Hobag in it.
Uh,
Very convoluted scenario. Something I could never make up. It really happened.
And Voidril was somehow connected, well, to a emissary of the Winter Court named Jivindir, a sort of a diplomat to the plains. Jivindir had absconded, or rather taken the knowledge he had as Voidril's last living apprentice and disappeared, or so it was thought. It seems that the Mad Wizard had Jivindir's research. And that's when you happened upon us, and you, well, killed all of those unseelie fools, or unfortunate souls, and we got to know each other better.
Yeah.
Oh, don't pretend it wasn't glorious. Celine, don't look at me like that.
I'm not looking at you in any particular fashion. I know what you're talking about. Water skin. Don't keep going. That's exactly what Celine does. She knocks it over.
And now you're here. Unfortunately, you've come at quite a bad time in the Feywild.
What's going on?
Ah. Well, the Court of Stars is in disarray.
Stars.
Wait. 1, 2, 3. Spring? Summer? Fall? Winter? Who's the Court of Stars?
Oh, I'm sorry. You, child, know nothing about the Feywild, do you?
I really know nothing about anything.
She was chasing the thought there, though. That was
What
great.
would you like to know more about?
Whoa, hey. Don't make any deals. She's a
I'll-
minor.
Oh, it's all the same to me.
Oh.
Oh,
Gross, but-
suddenly he tanked.
And we just became Hollywood.
It's a
All right.
strike and a miss.
Listen,
What?
I'll ask the questions.
About the story.
storm?
Questions and answers. Questions and answers. Whatever do you think I was referring to?
No, yeah. Just no deals. We have deals.
We don't know how to get through the storm still. We were supposed to find that other piece
I'd
of the...
love to play a game.
Oh, I don't speak during games anymore.
What's the game?
We've played it before.
No!
I'll answer your question of what's going on in the Fae.
Only about the thing.
I'll share information, and then you will tell me all the things you have learned recently, in particular about the goings and comings of the confluence. And then I'll allow you to ask one specific question of me. Although you can only speak in one syllable words. Isn't that fun?
No.
We only speak in one syllable when we're telling him information.
That's a good question. When we're giving you information, do we have to speak in one
Oh,
sentence?
no. Only when the game starts.
That'd be tough.
Can you play the game with us too?
Games are more fun with more people playing.
we are giving you information.
You'd like me
Can
to...
you ask us in one syllable or
Or
sentences?
do you want me to ask you questions?
Yes. I don't want to give you anything that
Question for
you
a
didn't even
question.
know existed. I don't even really know you.
Haven't you been with us this
What
whole
is
time?
going on in
never
the
tasted
plane
me.
from which you came? General question for you all.
Do we ding him for general?
Suck! Water's
Look at it from him.
What?
Water is coming to the plane.
Water is 2 syllables.
Water.
That's why I'm not
You
talking
don't need to
him.
answer with one. Only
Oh.
ask.
Oh, yeah, water.
Only ask the question.
We unlocked some portals of water.
Okay, very good. Portals of water. How many of the 3?
I believe 2.
2. All right, that's good enough from you. You can ask a question. Ray, dear, what do you know? You don't need to speak in one syllable yet.
You got this, Siddiqa.
I whispered to him everything I know.
Okay.
No, I already
him?
told you. Oh, shadows are attacking the city of brass.
All right, I was aware of that, but do you know how to stop it? Is that information you have?
Should I tell him?
I trust him.
The shadow of moat. No, the moat of shadow.
The Note of Shadow.
Yes.
Interesting, and it seems Cacophony possesses such a moat. Interesting. All right, that is good for you. Celine, what do you know?
Riss is trying to remember how to pronounce it. It's not a Celine failing. We learned more about the probable heritage of the Sultan of the city of brass.
Go on.
Something with a V. I don't remember.
Valerian.
Sorry, but you only get one question, my friend. That's how the game works. Next.
That is true.
That is
Ha!
true, you
Outsmarted.
Well, you told me what you learned.
Which is what you
The
asked.
topic, not the specific information.
Rats. That's why our name's the Rats.
Foiled again.
Foiled again. I'm trying to remember.
Spell it.
No, I'm trying to find it in my notes.
I think he's
Oh,
like a
Ibis. Ibis was possible his first name.
Ibis. Ibis. It doesn't ring a bell,
god. Didn't for me either.
which is troubling. I know lots of people biblically, but I don't know Ibis.
Ibis, Iblis? Maybe I spelled it wrong in my notes.
Iblis.
Who in an act of treachery presumably
Iblis.
slew his brother.
sounds of the name of the progenitors.
That's it.
There we go.
Something like that.
Oh, Vati. That's what it was.
He was a Vati.
Presumably.
Oh, that's interesting.
To be fair, we're
That is good information.
like 80% sure on that only. There is some room for deviation.
Where did you learn that?
Is that another question?
It is. I'll let you ask too if you answer that one.
Ooh, he's good.
Well, I found it in a book in the library of They in Scarlet.
They in Scarlet. Oh, you engaged with the Red Dragon.
Oh, did we?
Oh. Ooh, I'm piqued. Anthony,
Yes.
I'm curious. Was Hovak's previous feistiness his own or was it yours?
I mean, that's a real complicated question. It's really a matter of perspective. I'll say this, if I were on my own and he was on his own, we would not be the same as what you experienced prior.
I understand. That's good enough, unless you had other information you wished to share.
Only because my question to you is probably going to need background information based on what I'm going to tell you now. I'll give you a little extra.
Oh, I love extra.
Those dragons we were speaking of, they've sort of made a claim on me. I've been marked by the red dragons
Where?
that we spoke of. I think it's on my back.
Oh, do
I
it.
don't really
Do
see
a
my
10, dear. Do a 10.
Oh my goodness.
Those are impressive traps.
Thank you, thank you.
This is an impressive trap.
Oh, I see. Yes, a mark of chromatism. Huh. I understand. You've been marked, all right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the information you wished to share, or is there more?
No, that's all for now, my friend.
All right, I am your friend.
Who are you?
Manny, was it? And Manuel, I've seen you around. Well done surviving.
It's fine on your survival montage.
I'm supposed to be the watcher here, and he's the one watching me, unbeknownst.
Well done surviving in the Fae for the time you've been here. I'd say your chance has gone up markedly now that you've found some friends.
Agreed.
And haven't made a deal with, well, anyone yet. Tell me.
Includes you.
Tell me, what do you know that you can share with me?
Okay, so Manny's taking the pulse of the room. I don't know that he even needs to take it. Yeah?
I trust him implicitly.
I don't.
Okay, so
Celine looks uncomfortable.
so if based on those responses, he's going to make an insight check on whether he can even trust this game.
I think we determined last time we met him that he was.
I was gonna say, is this game?
I don't trust this game. It hurts me.
No, I don't think we got not trust vibes, but we definitely didn't get like on our side vibes. Like,
Yeah.
some sort
Oh,
of
no.
neutral.
For our own
He's
amusement
not lying
vibes.
to us. He's more interested in his junk, and we just happen to be.
Should I roll for that, or should I?
Go ahead.
I
Oh,
never
yeah.
refer to him as junk.
No, I mean, you're definitely more interested in your shebang, and we just happen to be intersecting.
Shebang is much better.
Yeah. We are a useful puppet, Kurt.
Oh, don't demean yourselves. You're a useful consort. Manny, what do you know?
Makes me feel dirty.
I know that a shadow
what
is
makes you feel
pervading
dirty.
primary cities in Faerun, Waterdeep, Baldur's Gate, and
That's
others.
metaphor or literal?
Literal.
A literal shadow. Literally, shadow.
This is very old information, though. That's what I have.
You wasn't specific. I like it.
My favorite flavor is blueberry.
All right, I will tell you what I know about the Feywild that you certainly clearly do not. But as I said, the Feywild is in a bit of a tizzy, an upheaval, if you will. There is thinning going on with Lemania, a realm of, well, primary circulation around Eberron. That's material plane. And yet there's been some, overlap, to use a term that you kiddos would know.
Thank you.
My pleasure, young Ray. And
No cap.
Solar.
That's 2 syllables. I learned that.
You did.
Sola.
That's what I literally did in my head. Sola.
Onomatopoeia.
I was here in like 1st grade when you were doing that exercise in music class. I still do that. Oh gosh. That was
Well,
great.
Lemania and Thalanis. Yes. Thinning. Which has caused problems here.
What does thinning mean?
It means there's an ease of traversal between the two, a difficulty in discerning the difference between the two, a sort of, well, overlap, as I say.
Okay.
And this is due to, well, some chaos in the courts. As I mentioned, the Court of Stars, which is the court of the archfey, the leaders of all of the subsequent and various courts.
Oh, so the one above the 4.
Indeed.
So can he get us back?
It's like the UN.
Well, let's keep. It's a fair question. Let's let him go. Let him cook. You know, as they say.
Well, the Court of Stars is positively incongruous at the moment, and all askew with, with what to do about. The rhyme. Herson would love that. Anyway,
I think I
Wait,
believe you
yeah,
said there.
what? With what to do
Parcel?
about what?
Hersom. Hyrsim.
That's a new name. Right down. Who's Arson?
Well, hold your questions, you have one.
Hersome's 2 syllables. Don't ask it.
Fair. Herson.
Titania, the leader of the Court of Stars, is also the Queen of Summer, as she's known. Her daughter, Sibylla, has gone missing. This makes Titania quite upset.
So I know. What
You
this
don't
sounds.
want the Summer to be angry.
Tanya or Titania?
Titania. She has, well, focused her attentions on reclaiming the whereabouts of her daughter, which has allowed the winter interests to, well, take advantage. And the unseelie, in particular, have grown in strength and power, as Titania has been otherwise predisposed. Additionally, one of the archfey of the Court of Ballads, there are 3 who live there. A strange little fellow named Fedor has gone missing. That was more recently. Recent, and we don't know what's going on with that.
So, Titania indisposed, Fedor from the Court of Ballads. That's totally. I've never.
Oh,
heard of
there's
Is there a court inside the court inside the court?
there are multiple courts. The 4 primary realms are, of course,
Like half court,
spring,
quarter
summer, fall, and winter.
court? Right. But then star over that.
Yes, and there's a part of Star. There is the court of ballads. There's the court of war. There's the court of
don't go to
dreams. There are interesting sort. Some fun quori. That's what they call themselves. They're different names. Here, there's all kinds of tumult there. Anyway, there's chaos.
Fedor missing.
Fedor,
Court of Ballads.
court of ballads. Yes.
Ballads?
Ballads, yes.
That's funny. Sorry. Tie-in.
I think I missed that one.
Yeah, you were
That
gone.
was-
Okay.
Those last
You
campaign.
little golem buddy.
And it seems you brought with you a terrible threat.
We did.
Well,
It's a miss.
I can explain more, but I want you to ask your questions about that.
Our questions have to be. This is now the game, single syllable, or do we play the game?
I've told you a whole heaping lot. One more thing, and this is because you taste divine. I would not venture outside of your little hut if I were you. He glances around to kind of direct your eyes, and
Are there windows in the hut?
It can be seen.
the
from-
whole hut is kind of like a transparent, see-through, kind of like a stained glass, so to speak, whatever color you made it, which I believe was like a
Dark
light
blue.
dark blue.
Yeah, because you wanted us to be able to see.
The whole world is kind of shaded dark blue as you look through it. And because of that dark blue, it was very difficult to see until he kind of directed his eyes to the frost, which has kind of creeped up the sides of the hut. If you wish a quick death, then by all means, travel outside. Well, because of my invigorating entrance, did not allow them to dispel the hut throughout the evening. You're welcome. I want this to be a fair fight after all.
Dispel the hut?
Oh yes, a hut can be dispelled quite easily. It's low-level magic. Now, you may ask your questions one apiece, except for Celine, who has 2, darling. Because of the exquisite information you shared about Vivati. It's succulent.
Can I insight him? Does he seem excited at what I shared, or
Whoa.
does he seem...
I'm kind of excited.
Turned
Just-
on.
Just the
He
pleats in the
is
pants.
Turned on.
I didn't
by
specify for a reason.
Information.
Although vampires don't have any blood.
That's something you gotta... I crit my insight check, so...
He's very excited. On multiple levels.
Oh! Okay.
He is particularly interested in the information about the Vati. And this seems to have, as he said, piqued him.
I bet it did. Okay. I hate you.
Impressively piqued him.
No.
And
Calm yourself.
it
Calm yourself.
is why he has
Throw this
given
down.
you additional questions. He also seems to revel in the fact that he is saving you
I bet.
and is essentially earning for himself your
Trust points.
not only trust but your
Like, we rely on him.
more than that.
Undying devotion.
How about we let him finish what he was gonna say?
I like guessing.
More than that.
Let him cook.
Now, you have taken my warning, have you not? Yes, you have taken my warning.
What warning?
Not to go outside.
Not to go outside.
Yes, a warning given and received. And now I shall take something back from you when the time is right. Well, a question. This was our game. Now, a question you may ask, using one-syllable words, and I shall answer. You have lots to ask, I'm sure. Bray, have you been preparing and practicing, dear?
Clapping.
Do you want to go first?
Before we start questioning, can I perceive the frost to see if it's an illusion?
Please.
Ooh, good question.
Yeah, that's good.
Can I ask something about Molly remembering?
Yeah, you guys can ask any
Alright.
above game questions now before we
Okay.
continue with the role play.
So we were supposed to get the 3 things for the crown to give to one of the hags to figure out how to get into the storm. We did not complete that, correct?
Correct. You.
Okay.
She was given one item,
Right.
which you retrieved from the tower in Serloon, and then you were en route to try to recover the second item, which was described to you,
Right.
which met an untimely end.
Right. So we don't know how to get. Okay. So
You do
yes,
not,
I have
yeah.
my question.
Yep. All right.
22.
22. It is not an illusion. It is a very subtle frost. Think morning frost in the when the fall is turning to winter,
Oh, I love
and there's
those.
just that little bit of rime on the grass. Very subtle because of the blue hue of your dome, but it is there, crested up from the bottom of the ground along the dome, though not really any higher than maybe 3 or 4 inches or so up it. Nor is there any sign kind of in the trees. It's at least that you can see through the dome's hue. It's really just kind of close, as if there's a wintry presence that has pressed in close to the dome.
Okay.
Now, your questions, please. One syllable, or I shall have to punch you a little spanking.
That escalated from last time.
Who does the Mistfiend work for?
Ooh, well said. So authoritative.
Who does the what?
The Mistfiend work for?
The Mist Fiend is no fiend. The Mist Fae works for himself. His name is the Pale Prince,
Interesting.
otherwise known as the Prince of Frost, the Lord of the Long Night, an archfey who had been trapped away. Oh, there I go again. Earsom would be so proud.
You just reminded me of that meme where, like, there I go, killing again. Great.
He is a creature of the Winter Court, one who would be their leader, often aligned with the darkness in the Fae. That is who you brought back with you. A shame. Things are going to get far more prickly now in this place.
Wait.
Next question. I believe that's enough information for that query. Ray, I see you.
Will you tell me how to get in the storm?
Oh, Oh, well done, dear.
Kind of like jumps
High
upside down.
five. I know you worked very hard. I saw the sweat form.
I'm a little hot.
Yeah, good job though.
I will. Do you want me to tell you that now or later?
Now.
This is the right answer because the other one was 2 syllables.
Yeah.
Oh, you were so evil!
Well, that would be 2 questions then, would it?
Ah, you jerk.
Your question was, will you tell me? Yes?
I even switched the will to can. I mean, I switched the can to will.
I don't think he would have got you with that technicality. Can he? Yes. Will he? Yes. Doesn't mean he'll give you that now.
You need to command. Tell me.
With a question. Tell me! That's so adorable.
Ray, I'll tell you what. For the sake of your little prophecy, if that's even a thing, the dragons seem to think so.
Part has been.
Oh, say it, say it. Part has been what? Fulfilled?
Done. Done. Done.
Done!
Part has been. Oh, yeah, so clever.
So clever.
You may get to the Anorok Desert, the locus of the storm raging in the Sword Coast. You must receive the permission of Titania to do so.
Oh. Or did that set our course.
Mm-hmm.
If you wish to receive her favor, I suspect that she'll want a favor in return.
Mm.
I think you already know what she'll ask,
Her daughter.
without even speaking to her.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's enough information, yes?
That's great. Okay.
Okay. Let's see here. Is the... Oh, wait, no. That's bad. Mm-mm.
While you're thinking, can I ask a follow-up? Where is her child?
I'll give you another question because I truly don't know the answer. If I did, then others would.
There.
And Titania herself would, because I would not keep that from her.
Do any of you know anything about how someone becomes a prince in the Fae? Like, is this thing around us like the brother of the missing daughter? Princess Tatiana, Queen?
Oh, like, are you asking
No,
if
they're
it's
related.
like family?
Yeah, like,
I-
can we take advantage of, like, pissing this thing off?
I don't know. It could be all blood and lineage on how you know, kind of like, oh, you've been married in night that you are the Duke of
So they would be related.
Frost.
then.
Maybe. Winter and summer could be related, or they could be mortal enemies. They could be related mortal enemies. All could be true, or none of it.
The Fae.
It's a weird place.
I tried to stay out of it.
I'd prefer the word whimsical to weird.
It's more than one syllable.
Yeah.
It's a tough one to fit in our questions, whimsical.
Who in the Court of Stars would gain the most from the Queen's mind torn?
The Unseelie, of course. The Dark Queen.
Dark Queen. Okay.
Her sister.
What?
Or so they say.
Scheisse. They might be related.
Oh, cousins then. Sabrina and the Pale Prince are probably cousins then.
Possibly.
Maybe it's a Romeo and Juliet story.
Is that the person's name? Sabilna?
The
They ran away
Queen,
together.
to be precise, so you can take your little notes of information. the Queen of Air and Darkness.
He needs to really get over this stuffy nose thing. I don't
Queen of
understand.
Air and Darkness.
Yes.
The Winter Queen.
Okay.
She is the ruler over the Unseelie, which is typically comprised of those from the realm of winter, the court of winter, and the realm of fall, mostly winter, as well as a great deal of those from the Feydark. I would not go there if I were you.
That's where we're heading.
So, if we brought the Pale Prince, he was away, right? So, we brought him back.
He was away for a long time, and there was much peace.
Do you see the similarities? So, maybe Dark Queen, pissed off that her son is missing and locked away. There's an attempt on the Light Queen's daughter. Yippoo!
So we're
Otherwise-
saying the mist fiend that possessed
That's the
everything
Pale
was the
Prince.
pale. Okay.
So
Who's been
you-
locked away for a long time.
So you think Tatiana sent the Pale Prince away, locked him out?
I am inferring.
Or now here
We don't need any more questions. We got this. We already know
One of
everything.
the other seasons is trying to get in control by pitting the winter against the summer. So then the spring took it.
It's always the fall's fault.
Spring or fall
Love all
kidnapped the kid, so that way the winter would rise
Yeah.
up against the
The
summer.
fall was
Araya Shatath's fault.
the fall was recently ended,
Autumn. Okay, that's a
as
valid
well as
point
the
too.
crest. We'll see how long the dawn lasts.
I have no idea what he's saying.
You shouldn't.
I don't. I don't have a high enough knowledge check.
It could also be possible that somebody within the court of summer is framing the Unseelie.
There's a lot of ways this can go. So, I think we have parallel paths. We have to suspect everyone.
You know, I don't want to solve everyone's problems here. We have a job to do, and it does not involve this location.
No, it does, because to get into the storm, we have to get into Tatiana's good graces, which means we have to find syllable.
That's right.
I mean,
We have to find extra syllables. We only have one right now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we can't get into the storm, and otherwise, I
Civilian?
can't defeat the storm.
Sibylla.
Well, if there's a door, and we
Okay.
find the door, we don't need this Tatiana thing.
It's true,
Well, how are
but
we
he
supposed to
did
get
say
into
we
the
need
storm?
permission.
The cloud giants run the storm.
That can be obtained in many ways.
I concur. The easiest way is to get permission.
Without solving all these problems.
That now becomes harder to get the easiest thing, which is permission.
Maybe she likes gold, like
We could try.
pay her.
I doubt it, though.
I would think if she's...
Or
if-
maybe because she's distracted, we could just go
I don't know.
through.
It's not like I have a daughter or anything, but if my daughter was missing, I would be very upset, and I would want nothing back besides her.
Right. So, okay. You have your question?
Nope.
You have two?
I asked one already, but I have another. Why don't
What?
I could ask my second and then
Oh, go ahead.
you could use- Why does the Prince of Frost want to find and take him or take from him?
Yeah.
Hey! Oh, the Prince of Frost. Well, it has to do with his father.
Which
Hashian's father.
you have to clarify. They're tricky. Could have meant the prince's.
Remember how I said there was overlap going on? Well, some gods are separate and distinct from, well, one material plane to the next. Let's take Eberron, for example.
You like that place.
Well, it's a fine example of a unique setting and locale compared to your own forgotten realm of the Sword Coast and the world of Toriel, as it's called. The Prince of Frost is so named in both worlds. He is one and the same. Which is part of why he was trapped away. His return would only help with the convergence of things which are meant to remain separate. Your father was a diplomat, I believe, if your savory, succulent taste is to be believed.
You should stay away from him.
Was of the Winter Citadel. The Winter Citadel is in Thalania. The Prince of Frost's dwelling there. Whereas the Prince of Frost's dwelling here in the Feywild is the Fortress of Frozen Tears.
That sounds worse. Like scary.
Jivindir was an emissary from the Fortress of Frozen Tears for the Court of Winter.
Baba?
Your father, no, was not Jivindir. Was an emissary of the Winter Citadel. Thalania.
I know that name.
From Eberron?
Well, not from Eberron.
Oh, two.
More closely connected to Eberron. The counterpart of Jivindir, so to speak. And your father discovered Jivindir's information. And, well, stole it.
Okay.
And then disappeared. And now you bear his taste.
Did you kiss your dad?
I'm thinking so.
I think he's your mom for real.
That's so much worse.
It's so much worse.
Yeah. An incestuous relationship. Okay, Oedipus.
Your real name was Oedipus.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh, what?
Thalania, by the way, is her name in Thalanis.
Spelling all of this.
I
wrong.
know.
Yeah.
That is the name of
TH, not PH.
the Queen of Air and Darkness. Here, there it is Thalania, the Queen of Dusk and Shadow.
Thalania.
No. She has no such name here. She is simply the Queen of Air and Darkness. There she is, Thalania, the Queen of Dusk and Shadow. Fun. The others are mostly different, although some of us are the same.
Us?
Didn't we
Oh,
fight?
one question.
Didn't we fight a Queen of Darkness, Shar?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
I will give you one for free just because it's about me. For I am known as the second son in Thalanius.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh.
Time out.
What?
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 Second son.
Wait, have you ever been inside of a tree in Eberron? That's in my head, I'm asking. I didn't say it out loud. Too many syllables.
Wait, then does that mean I'm talking to the group here, not you? Second son of Thalania, if she's the Queen of Air and Darkness here, he's
Mother.
the offspring of her?
Mm.
Second son, which means also your brother would be Prince of Pale.
That's right.
Oh.
You make lots of assumptions.
Yeah, I'm just guessing. Second son can also be like a moniker.
Well, you've asked your question, and you've asked your question, and you have asked your two, and you've asked your one.
Did you?
Many.
I didn't.
I have
I-
not
I
asked
asked
a
mine.
question.
But he did answer my question before I got to ask.
Oh, fine. You each, the three of you, have one left.
mean, he legitimately answered mine, and I didn't get to ask it. So
Anything you want to follow up on from that?
I mean,
Wait, what did you ask?
Tell me how to get in the storm.
What else do we need to know, guys?
well,
Where's my
the
freaking
quickest
angel
way
here?
to the storm is to get permission from Tatiana.
Mm-hmm.
Tatiana wants her daughter.
It's
Titania. We don't know.
Titania.
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 T-I-T.
That's what she's referred to here. Thelania is the evil queen in Eberron. Don't get them confused. That would be very bad for you if you would call her that.
All right, Titania.
That's part of the reason why I'm giving you the names, just to see if you fuck up.
Titania.
So cruel, 'cause he knows we will.
Titania, she is the key to getting us into the storm. So that means she either has the portal, or we get her permission and she gets us in. To get her permission, we have to get her daughter. You like the idea of cutting out the daughter and just finding the portal. That's our most direct path, because we don't even know how to get back.
Well, usually, I've only unlocked a couple portals, but normally to
What
get...
about portals?
That's... I didn't say that.
Just making fun of you.
Portals. To get in the portal, you normally have to kill something that's the highest ranking power, which here would be very difficult to kill.
Oh, it's not one of those portals, dear.
Oh,
Okay.
What
Nice.
portal?
We got an answer without asking a question. Love it.
All we have to do is be super stupid in front of him and not get
In
it.
front of Matthew. So 2 plus 2 is 5, right? It's just 5. You're gonna keep going 5?
Well, gang, I guess we gotta go north.
Okay.
so go to the summer?
Questions, questions. 3 left. Please, please, hurry up.
Three
we have
left?
3 questions.
Is
1, 2, 3.
I asked my question first.
What about where
Oh,
would you
then
look
2
for a
left.
child?
2 left. Sorry.
Oh, you didn't ask one yet.
yeah. Where would you look for said child?
Well done.
We're much better at this this time around.
I would suggest you start in the Goblin Market.
Goblin Market. I need to write that down.
The Gabi Mark.
In fact, I'll do you one better.
Why are there goblins
So as to
in
give
the
you a
Feywild?
head start on Old Paley, I'll send you there when we're done with our conversation. It'll keep you alive a little bit longer, at least.
That would be helpful.
I mean, do we know like how to take care of this thing? Like, give it what it wants?
What thing?
The Pale Prince?
The Lord of Long Night.
Keeps rolling.
That's what I tried to ask. I tried to ask what he wants from you.
You? Can we just give him you and then be done with it?
Yeah, sure, we
That's
could.
I
not
mean,
an
the
option.
storm's on the line, right?
Stop!
Oh.
I can't lose any more friends!
You're gonna lose at least
No
one
more!
friend
I
before the
refuse.
storm is battled. Come on.
Don't speak that over my life.
You've experienced it.
And I will not lose any more.
I've experienced it.
I will not lose any more.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Children.
She means it.
Ray, you've gotten more assertive. And a bit taller.
Ray steps up, goes on her tippy toes. Thank you.
Your hair is different. I do like it.
All right, then let's ask something about the storm.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick
Okay,
tock, tick
um,
tock.
Tell us the names
24.
of
Perception. Rhyme.
It's growing up.
How far up?
all
About a foot and a half.
boss type
Bad guy.
Of Faye?
all boss type all the boss types that are on the side of the storm? Yes.
I think what you're driving at are the powers that be behind.
Yeah, but powers is
such-
2 syllables. It was real tough to figure out how to.
Yes.
You got it. Good job.
Well, I have imperfect information.
Of course.
You know of Shah, of course.
Okay, so she's involved.
She is in
I
fact.
thought she would be on the good side, but whatever.
No. Shah is a strong opponent of Selune.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And,
And her
well,
relation to all this darkness that we're talking about here has to be incredible, right? Like,
one would surmise.
yes.
There's also some some issue with the dreams and the chaos and the unique relationship with the mythos and the madness from within. I don't quite know how that's all related, but there are some other deities that would typically align that way. The storm specifically
Yeah.
Talos.
is, yes, dear, very good.
Talos?
Talos, otherwise known
Koza.
as Koza.
Koza. That's 2 syllables.
The Storm Lord. So grand. Could be a name here in the Fae.
Not Grand. He's trying to take over Anam.
Oh, please. He probably created your race, and you're the problem in this scenario.
Absolutely not. We are the
Storm
chosen
Lord,
ones of Anam.
Storm Giants.
Chosen ones of Anam. Chosen ones of Anam.
And Anam was probably the second bastard child of Koza.
What is with you
Yeah,
and
why are you
knocking
so-
down me?
Why are you so argumentative
You
right
just
now?
yelled at me a few moments ago, and I didn't appreciate it.
You're yelling back.
I thought we were friends.
You wish
You
more
can't
friends
communicate.
would die.
You can't. Well, no, there was just a scenario. If he was willing to sacrifice himself, then we could solve all these problems easily.
Please.
You have a.
That's what a hero
your
does.
centuries
Both
of
of
being
you.
alive have a muddled your
Ray.
sense
Tell
of
us what- when
decency
you said
and
the foot and a
good.
half, but I
Ray,
don't
let it go
know
for now. We'll
But I
deal
have
with
a
it
better
after.
perspective.
the thing is 5 feet.
Present to
It
United
goes
Front,
up about
please.
8 feet.
I'm united.
It's tall enough for Ray to
Can't be
stand up
united
in.
if you don't argue once
8
in
and
a
a half
while.
feet.
You argue in private.
So we're at 2 feet now. So
Yeah,
we're
part of the
quarter way
growing
there.
process.
Okay, so these things like a quarter of the way
I
dispelled.
think you're made from evil blood from Koza.
I think everybody got their questions. Who did we miss anyone?
Oh, wait, hold on. Shar and Koza, that's really all you got?
Shard
I mean, come on.
Talos.
Come on.
We know the Cloud Giants,
Come
right?
on.
They're
Nah,
the big
you know
guys, though.
more. Are you involved?
I could be. I'm waiting to determine what side I'll be on.
It's weird that the second son is waiting.
The second son is always waiting.
Oh, jelly. He's jelly.
Always the bridesmaid,
You
never
jelly?
the bride, huh?
Are you jelly? Because we can help you.
Often the bride.
We can help you if you help us without these little games, honestly. If there's a hole,
We will plug it.
not the hole you're talking about, a hole for you to usurp, we can help you do that.
If you find, dear daughter, if you find Zabilna, that will be an
Zabilna?
assistant.
Is she your girlfriend? Fiance? Lover?
Fiance?
Ex-lover? Sister? Cousin?
Did you write
Brother?
that down?
He said the daughter.
Brother? Sister?
I thought he said Zabilna.
I did.
Yeah, the missing daughter.
Zabilna.
I thought the daughter's name was Sibilna.
Oh, that's your cousin, actually. right?
Zabilna.
Oh, Zibilna is the daughter of the queen of the...
Zylbilna.
Oh gosh, you spelled that way too fast.
UIB.
That was close.
Bilna.
The daughter of Titania.
Titania, yes.
Titania, not Titania.
Well,
This is ridiculous.
our time has been quite invigorating.
Hold on. Who do you have marked? You have him marked. That's how you knew we were here,
Yeah, we parsed.
obviously.
Yeah.
Dear boy, you are in my home. I am an archfey.
You're from the spring?
of
I
the
thought you were a second
Court
son of Winter.
Stars.
Oh, you're in the
Everywhere.
Court of Stars.
Of course.
Oh, then you can take us to the portal right now.
I am not in charge. Simply a member. Watching things deteriorate. Trying to keep the scales in balance. So hard with what's going on.
How could we move in a way to solidify your power? And keep
Solidify.
Dracovalis?
Solid. Take 30 points of damage
Manny!
as he.
Oh, we're still in it? I
Absorbs.
didn't have an actual
I
question.
was doing like 50
Left.
syllables there.
Ooh,
Yeah.
failed the game.
Steve said, screw that. I
I'll
just
tell
asked
you
my
what. Well,
question.
if you want to take it back, that's fine. You can keep your health. Just say, he'll interrupt you.
Soli-
One question, Manny. One question. No more questions. I think we've all gotten a piece of what we came for. Are you ready to go to the market of the goblins?
Everyone good? All right.
Who is your friend you've said?
Wait, a court?
No, he said a name when he was
How we could help him?
laughing to himself.
Here's him.
Here's some
Yes.
He's the Prince of Fools.
Prince of Fools.
Oh yes, another archfey.
Prince of Fools. Is he like in the Court of Fools? Because you said Court of Ballads. That's different.
Oh, he is Court of Ballads, in fact.
And he's a Prince of Fools in the Court of Ballads.
Well, his name is Hearsome, but he often goes by the Prince of Fools. He likes rhyming.
Ugh.
Well, we know our next game.
Yeah.
He and Fedor, well,
But that Fedor guy likes rhyming.
He likes rhyming. He should have called himself Hearsome the Fearsome instead of Hearsome.
oh, that's good.
I don't
That's-
understand.
That's good, Anthony. Although he did not give himself that moniker.
Ah, gotcha.
The people who he made rhyme.
I should say that I would likely not come to your aid any further until you reach the Lake of Dreams.
Where's that?
The Lake of oh well, I suppose I can just yeah.
On that.
Snaps his fingers and each of you kind of receive a map. And this map looks not like it is a to scale map. It's more of a representation of the Feywild. There's 4 different quadrants. In the northwest quadrant is the realm of spring. In the northeast quadrant is the realm of summer. In the southeast quadrant is the realm of fall or autumn. And in the southwest quadrant is the realm of winter.
Spring, summer, fall.
Directly in the center of those 4 realms is the Lake of Dreams,
And above it.
atop which is a palace-like picture, of which there is no name, though he just gave it reference as to the location of the Court of Stars. It does seem to be hovering atop a geyser or waterfall or something elevated
with
above the Lake of Dreams. There are several other locations that are marked throughout the different 4 realms. There is no location anywhere of the Court of Ballads. There's no location of the Court of War. There's no location of the Feydark. Clearly, this is not a all-encompassing representation of the Feywild. He continues, I would encourage you not to go too closely by this map. As the influences of the different seasons wax and wane, the areas change. Presently, the winter is growing. But you can see we are, well, a bit south of the nymph fields, although Manny, you dog, were checking some out before. I will send you to the Goblin Market, and you can, well,
Where does that put us on the map?
Right? This-
north of here, away from the winter.
Okay.
The travel here is, well, whimsical, as I've said. What may take you an hour in one direction could take you days in the other. It is shifting and changing. To a non-fey mind, it will often not make sense.
All right.
What should we know of the Fae? What they-
Ooh. No more questions.
Somebody say something wrong
Rashid.
about the Fae.
You are from here? Or your parents?
I guess my baba was.
Perhaps you could,
Well,
Kind of. Emissary.
of
just crosstalk. He'll answer. He'll answer the questions.
Let him cook, let him cook!
2 plus 2 is 5!
he was
the
of
math
the
we have?
Winter Citadel
That's what he
Winter
said.
Citadel in Lamagna.
in Philonis.
Thalanis.
Philonis.
Jeez. So many names.
Which is quite closely related and is becoming more so given the goings on.
The thinnings.
The thing
The thinning.
Madeleine
The
Francis.
who?
I have no idea.
That's a question!
I met a sprite a long time ago.
Oh.
Did you? That's interesting. Sprites can be fickle pixies. Sometimes they get in the most interesting places, and sometimes they're quite annoying or a bore.
So I guess not from here.
Yeah, sort of, but not quite.
What were you getting at?
I was thinking that maybe you could use an intuition about which direction would take us the fastest way.
Should we go to
Well,
Baba
we have to go.
Yaga's hut
We
first?
gotta go the northeast. So whenever we land, I'd say that way.
I'll send you to the Goblin Market. I suspect intrepid adventurers like yourselves will be able to follow the scent from there.
I presume you'll be in the nymphomaniac fields.
Though I do get around.
Okay, let's go.
Are you ready then? Ta-ta for
There's so
now.
many places I would like you to take me besides there.
He snaps his fingers, and with a flash of light, the blue-hued hut dissolves away, and in an instant, you find yourselves as if you are blooming from the ground. It's a strange sensation as you feel yourselves kind of almost being squeezed out of the orifice of the ground.
You got shot out.
You just hear a laugh as you emerge.
This guy, I tell you, full of innuendo.
Blooming. Would that give us a hint of what season? I guess he's with summer if we're trying to find.
As you
daughter.
emerge
Spring.
into the realm of spring,
We'll
more
just put us further north in spring.
there is vibrant green around you, budding flowers of all shapes and hues and colors. You can all roll perception checks if you will.
Specifically, you said when we first arrived here that I sensed a strong connection with my patron, angelic guide. Did I get any directional sense of that? Like, what did that mean? We didn't really have time to dig into that, but like when we change in where we are, does it feel any different? Like it weakened or grew stronger?
You may roll insight or perception. This is specifically relating to that question.
13.
13, that's a failure, by the way, not a success.
10.
10? Ray?
12.
12?
14.
14. Interesting.
24.
24. With specific regard to the anchor point, you feel roughly the same.
So Fall's trying to take
I think they're all always trying to take over.
Yeah. It's just Summer's out of whack.
You can roll your dice now.
Okay, where are we?
You immediately recognize standing in front of you a large red dragon
Oh no.
head.
Like-
You're evil.
a carving or an actual head?
Like a fake red dragon head.
Okay.
Which has a constant stream of fire emitting from its nostrils.
It's like the dragon from Universal.
There is a stream that is cutting across in front of what look to be many different shops and carts and almost like an open air bazaar. There is what looks to be a little entry point that you immediately see a very well-armed, well-armored, kind of a beautiful and very vibrant hued hobgoblin wearing kind of this gleaming blue armor that steps up. Has dark black hair with kind of gray going down. One very large sword that is poking up behind with a shield strapped on his back. And he comes out and looks at you all. And in a deep kind of gravelly voice, looks at you. You're not from the Fae. But you're here. Where are you from?
Where we came
There-
from.
Any recognition with Sola in the hammer?
Are you... Would you have any reason to ask Sola about anything?
Every 10
No,
seconds.
I'm just seeing if Sola, the
It's like,
picture,
my friend!
this hobgoblin,
No,
it-
I prefer the way you said it. Hobgoblin.
this
hobgoblin.
hobgoblin,
Shabba-labba-ding.
imprints on the hammer that Sola resonates with.
There's a bit of meta knowledge that you are bringing into the question.
Fair enough.
You can.
You're gonna get us in trouble.
So where are you from?
Toriel, my friend.
Toriel.
Probably where you're from too, right?
In the city.
I
of
am.
Brass.
Goblins. I mean, I don't remember ever hearing about goblins in the Fae, so
There's
normal goblins. Well, you're normal.
I'm a hobgoblin.
What about the purple ones? What campaign was that?
There are purple goblins in the Anorak Desert.
I'm trying. Wait, which
Or there
campaign
were.
did we fight with them? Which campaign?
One.
No, where we fought for the good purple goblin queen against.
Yeah,
the
that was-
Goblins?
That was
This guy?
campaign 3. Yep.
Yep.
What world were we in there?
We got
You
transported to
there-
a realm.
You
Their
are
realm,
in
Kikanuti.
Kikanuti's realm.
Okay.
My name's Yaga.
Hi, Yaga.
Hi.
Yaga, you're on my map.
I'm on your map.
Yara.
You have a house out west.
It's Yara actually.
What?
Baba Yara.
Oh, it's not Baba Yaga?
No, Yagi.
No,
Yaga.
not
was,
Baba Yaga.
Rich's old character.
J-A-apostrophe-G-A.
Oh, God. All right. Thought you were related.
Yeah, I kind of found my way here and
Cool.
found my way to this market, and now I'm the front door man.
Who hired you?
It's a good job.
Well, I'm Ray. Well, really, Ray is Meralda, but you can call me Ray.
Welcome, Ray.
Thank you.
You're all free to enter.
Oh, good.
Thanks.
What you got in there?
Oh, they have all kinds of things in there.
Like cool stuff?
There's food and creatures, and there's magical items and
perfect.
whimsical items, and
Even perfect.
Does there happen to be the daughter of the queen in there? And or do you know where to find her?
It's all a direct.
And we get chased out of the Goblin
Let
Market.
Great
me
question.
bring that back. Titania's daughter.
Uh-huh.
Zybilna.
I know who Titania is. I don't know her family members.
Okay.
Zybilda?
Zybilna.
Zybilda? I don't know.
Zybilna. She's a archfey
That would make sense.
from the realm of Prismere. That's her pocket dimension within the Fae.
What?
Like prism and mirror
Oh,
combined.
like her demand.
Prismere. Prismeer. Prismere.
Do you know how to get there?
I don't.
Okay.
I'm sure lots of travelers come by here all the time. Who would we go to for some rumors and some good old gossip?
I'd probably talk with Max.
Is he at the bar?
Um,
It's got to be a good bar here.
I don't want to go to a bar.
Wait for rumors.
it's not. He kind of gestures to
I
the
can make
large
milkshakes.
octopus.
We're not actually walking in yet.
No, you're basically on the outside of the
Okay.
map. I can put you guys on the. Here, if you care to, you can. Once we get in, you can kind of.
What make this market so special?
Wait, he didn't finish describing who Max was.
Max runs the menagerie far north. It's the farthest that this market goes before the forest, and then, actually, you're in luck. This is the first. Well, they've been here for a bit now. The Witchlight Carnival is beyond, and there's.
Is that where Max is?
Well, look there. And he kind of points, which none of you noticed before with your low perception checks, kind of in the air to the distance, there is a large floating hot air balloon, which is just kind of like hovering, and there's just flashing lights on it, which just say Witchlight across.
Oh, cool.
Is it spelled witch, like W-H-I-C-H, or is it witch as in...
Witchlight.
Like Moulin Rouge.
I thought it was just like sandwich with an apostrophe before it.
It's a sandwich shop. They throw the sandwiches down from the hot air balloon.
That'd be fun.
Well, thanks for giving us insight.
Yeah, so if you talk to Max,
Nice.
he runs the menagerie. There really isn't a barkeep. You order your drink from Sid the Squid over there, and he'll make your drinks and give them to you. What makes this unique is that it's all run by goblins. Very wealthy goblins. Very proper and formal goblins, at least in their own mind. I would treat them with respect, and they'll treat you with respect. They're not the grimy sort that we are all used to from the Sword Coast. That's where you said you were from, right? In Toril?
Or we didn't.
I've been a goblin. It's fine.
We could make that presumption.
Well, you mentioned purple goblins, which are only in the Anarok, so...
You got it. As we're crossing the bridge, I will say, keep an eye out for the Pale Prince, will you? I really don't want him following us.
Pale Prince? And he kind of just...
You know, the Lord of the Long Night.
He stands there kind of like with a furrowed face, kind of like looking around in thought. Pale Prince. And he kind of walks back to his guard shack and is...
He's gonna go guard check.
At least he won't be surprised if he gets attacked.
Before we walk in, Manny would like to just look behind and see.
Look through your legs.
No, he actually turns around. Full turns around and walks 3 steps backwards.
Turn around.
Okay. You walk 3 step backwards. You are observing 3 step backwards.
That's a cool band name.
What?
You turn around and walk 3 step backwards.
As he's looking behind, just to see their.
Oh, so you're kind of like backing in?
for 3 steps, yeah.
Okay. You do so. Are you seeking for anything in particular?
Any movement, anything that would look out of place.
Roll perception.
13.
13. There's a blooming, vibrant forest clearing that has a bit of a pathway through it, which seems to lead here to the Goblin Market, but nothing nefarious that catches your eye.
As we would be passing along the bridge, Celine, who'd be walking, I guess, shoulder to shoulder with Hasheen, will briefly touch the back of his hand and cast Death Ward on him.
Okay. Death Ward has been cast on you. How long does that last?
And 8 hours.
8 hours. Very
Nice.
good.
And then it's a 4th level spell.
As you leave Jaga's side, you cross through the dragon mouth and the little footbridge that crosses the stream, and immediately you are taken in. As you cross over the stream, there's some sort of magical suppression that was going on. As you cross through, you immediately hear the sounds of the market, and you hear voices calling out different prices and trying to draw people's attention in you to the different stalls. You look around, and to your left there seems to be an assortment of all manner of foods that are on sale, fruits and vegetables and spices and full cooked meals that are there. This little food court. As you move forward and through, you see directly in front of you what looks to, and I'm going to take you guys off just for the sake of the display. You see a giant spider on a spit
No!
that is being kind of cooked rotisserie style, and there are bales of hay that a number of folks are seated upon with plates that are eating this delicacy that the goblin chefs have prepared for a price. As the spider is being cut up, and you hear kind of called out, the delicacy of the Feydark, that is kind of exclaimed from one of the little goblins with a kind of chef hat. You see beyond that, on the western side, what looks to be a apothecary or potion store or some sort of a tent with all manner of concoctions. Next to that is a tent of scrolls that are all rolled up. Next to that is a tent of trinkets. Walking back and forth between all 3 of those tents, you see a female goblin with blonde hair and heavy painted makeup with kind of a white face makeup with red rosy cheeks painted on and red lipstick and blue eyeshadow. She carries around a pet purple fairy dragon that itself has pink lipstick. She kind of just walks back and forth between the stalls as she is kind of engaging with the different customers that come by, directing them around. There are several attendants within the stalls, several other goblins which don't speak. They just answer questions and direct people to different wares. All of them, and these attendants are all throughout the market. They are all in essentially, think a tuxedo, right? They have like little trays and little almost waiter kind of towels, and they have a black bow tie, and they're big pointy kind of goblin ears, but they're all very debonair in kind of hand behind their back, and they wait on all of the various customers that are here. And these customers are, many of them, Eladrin, which are the Fey elves, in various stages of season. Many of them, in fact, the majority of them, are spring or summer. There are a few fall, and you even spy a few winter, though that is the minority here in this place. The winter are sitting drinking in the kind of tavern area by Sid the Squid. And next to what you see is referred to as Kiki's Curious Consumables. You see a stall that is called Opie's Ordinary Objects. And
The most boring shot
It's like a paperclip.
in any world ever.
And his ordinary objects look exactly as advertised.
Nice.
Next to him is Max's magnificent menagerie. And that is where you see the owlbear, as well as
It's so cute.
I'm going to pull this out. As this is kind of, it
Whoa.
continues on. The menagerie continues on down here, and there's an opening.
worm.
There's a what?
It's a whack-a-worm game.
Whack-a-worm.
There is
We
a,
know where we're spending
there
our
is a
gold.
whack. As you peer through, you do see a whack-a-worm game, and then you see an actual like cages and all manner of creatures and beasts, some of which are for sale, some of which are just for show. And you can certainly go and inspect that menagerie.
Those are big
Next
stuff
to
ones to play.
next to Max's menagerie, you see one final shop, which is referred to as Boop's Bussin' Bagic.
Yeah, wait, what? What? Boots bussin' what?
Boops
Boops.
Bussing Bagic.
Bussin' Bagic.
By Bing Boo Bok Bin Bing Bang Bitch Bear.
What'd you say?
Like Bagic, like in Magic
Magic.
Badgers?
It's Bagic.
With a B.
Boop's Bussin' Bagic.
Yeah. Like
On the opposite side
This
of
guy speaks in bees for
Yeah.
everything.
on the opposite,
Bellow. Wonderful to beep you.
it's exactly the sense you
To
get.
beat you.
On the opposite side of the spider being roasted, there is a bit of a stage where that is currently empty, but seems to have a display of some sort of guessing game. But there is no one currently there. Beyond that, there is a bit of an armor smith who seems to be. There's no sign for the smith. Just seems to be working on various armor and weapons, sharpening them, repairing them, and enhancing different items that are there. That is the market, the Goblin Market, and you are free to go wherever you wish.
So we have a menagerie.
Max's Menagerie,
And-
Kiki's Curious Consumables,
Opie's Ordinary
Opie's
Objects.
Ordinary Objects, Max's Marvelous Menagerie, and
Apothecary.
and
Trinkets.
that was all part of Kiki's Curious Consumables.
The apothecary was.
So there's
Yeah.
no
Oh,
magic
okay.
shop.
That is probably
Kiki's Curious Consumables has the magic and the scrolls and the
okay.
trinkets.
Cool. Well, we
Does the
sticking
owl-
together or are we traveling around? I haven't
really
had a
wanna
good
pet the
meal
owl
in
bear.
centuries.
I want to pet the owl bear.
I'll be honest. I want to look at some of the trinkets, and I gotta see Boop.
That goes
bussin'.
without saying.
Wait, excuse me, what
bussin'.
did you say?
Who's bussin' badger?
I got to see Boop.
You gotta see boob.
I gotta see Boop.
I bet you the ordinary
Are you
shop
sure?
isn't actually ordinary.
No, that's why I'm going there first.
I thought Dmitri was sort of more your style.
I
Hardly.
go many ways.
Does the owl
Insight,
bear...
insight. I don't know anything about what he just said.
You're taken in by all
I grew
of
up in an abbey.
by all of all of the marvelous things about.
It was P with a plosive at the end.
I think if we're in an unfamiliar place with faces who might be watching us, we should stick together as much as we can. And if we must split, then it should be in groups. And we should decide where we should reconvene.
I agree.
Is there anything?
Reconvene at Max's. We know we have to go there.
Is there anything that you know of? I don't know if this is meta. I honestly don't know. Like, would we know? Is it common knowledge that of like drinking and eating food in the Feywild or from Fey? Any sort of like myths like that?
Like if you eat a
Yeah, like
pomegranate,
yeah,
you're stuck
like
in
that
Hades.
kind of thing. I don't know.
It's you can roll a history check.
Can I guidance on this? Probably wouldn't make sense. 9.
I mean, you've heard
We're eating good.
You've heard tale of tricksters all throughout the Feywild, and to be very dubious of anything offered to you or deals that are made or offered to be made. However, you get the sense that in this market where there is a bargain for exchange of gold, you feel like it should be pretty safe, otherwise the reputation of the market would suffer.
Okay.
And as you kind of look around and reach for your, kind of almost unthinkingly reach for your little pouch of gold, it feels a little heavier than previously. You open it up and you see that there's 100 platinum pieces that weren't there before.
Nice.
What, in mine?
In Celine specifically?
Celine's, yep. As you see that, a little voice in your head says, you're welcome. Do you accept my gift?
Oh,
Oh boy!
oh boy.
Are there any strings
yeah.
attached?
I don't think Celine would.
Marishka squared.
I don't think Celine would. I think Celine would say back to the voice, very kind of you to offer, but I would be happy to pass that along instead. Meaning I'm going to give that away and not accept it for myself.
All right, your loss. Your pouch seems lighter. Little disconcerting that this voice is just in your head, as if it's watching you the entire time.
know
Yeah,
how
he
that
never
happened?
parsed me. What the
You
heck?
know how that happened? Who'd you kiss?
I didn't. Shut up.
Oh!
You gave me the Dmitri STD.
Mouth crabs. We got mouth
Now
crabs.
you all hear
He's
at
the D in STD.
Yeah, he is.
you all hear at the same time. Oh my fun little scurrying rats! A final parting gift to you all. Should you accept it? And
Okay.
you each feel the coin purse that you carry kind of jingle, and there is
I hate being the good kid.
100 platinum pieces in each of your coin pouches.
accept.
Should you accept it?
Of course I accept that.
Okay.
My mom never said to take anything from strangers, so no thank you.
Right.
She has never met
have-
anyone stranger than you.
Ray, you have
we've met
none,
twice.
and
I mean-
Celine has none.
I'm not a stranger, so yeah.
Right?
Okay.
You've been nothing but good to me.
There's a
For you,
1,000 extra
accepting
gold.
money is like a walk back.
1,000 extra gold for you as well, Manny, and for you, Anthony.
Oh yeah. Perfect.
What will Cacophony do?
She'd probably take it.
Oh, she's not dead.
She would take it.
She's not dead.
She would.
I
take it.
assumed it would have
I
happened.
assume she
I-
would
I'm-
take it. She's a
I'm-
hoarder.
I'm here. I think I'm gonna. What should I do, guys? Should I
She
keep?
She's a
take it.
hoarder, so
Go
I think she
Go
would take
find
it.
out as much as you can from the Eladrin who are depressed today
I would
at
not.
the tables.
The winter.
Yeah.
I think I can do that. All right. Thanks. I got my gold. So, if you find anything that I might like, let me know.
Stay away from Max's menagerie until we're all there as a group.
She would totally go to Obi's ordinary
Yeah,
object.
we don't want you being caged
Yeah,
and
I
taken
don't,
away
I don't
as a
want
creature.
cacophony being displayed. We can
All
find
right,
her. She's in bars.
That's
I don't know how this happened.
That's a pretty good idea. That's good. All right. Bye. I'll be right over here. I'll keep one eye on you and one eye on the winter folks.
She's a bird. That does make sense. She just has to look in between both of us.
Right. So Cacophony kind of waddles off. And the three of you have 1,000 extra gold, 100 platinum pieces, and you may go wherever.
I want to go to the
Kill
ordinary
them?
shop first.
And I want to go to the menagerie.
Well, I mean, they're all like lined up, right? Can't we do it
So,
as a group and stuff? As
Yeah,
well?
if you're going,
Yeah, might as well, right?
We're on our way.
you got, yeah, they're all. It's not like there's walls between them per se. Where do you wish to go? For the sake of
Let's do trinkets.
the ease of the role play, you can go together or separate, whatever you guys want to do.
Let's go
Just tell me now what you're doing. So we can-
together down the line.
Oh, separate or
Sure.
together, yeah.
That's the fastest.
Okay, the first one you
Yep.
come to is
Good choice.
Kiki's Curious Consumables. And Kiki sees you all approach as a group. The five of you, Cacophony kind of takes a seat on the hay bale, and a goblin kind of comes up to her and offers her a spider steak. She's like, no, thank you. And she just kind of sits there.
She
And-
would love that, though.
No, she's traumatized by spiders.
Hey, does that spider resemble any of the kinds
Birds-
that attacked
birds
us
eat
in the
spiders.
cave with Shar?
It's pretty big, like the one in the cave of.
No, it wasn't Shar's cave. It was the
Oh.
one where we got the blood diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whose cave was that?
The Drider Cave.
Yeah.
But she sits there and waits as you all kind of. I'm just gonna put Ray out for the sake of representation.
Well,
So you're here with Kiki. Kiki looks at you.
Spider Queen.
Oh, hi. Welcome. I'm Kiki.
Hello.
Can I interest you in any of my curious consumables?
Yeah, what you got?
Can I make an inspection of the...
For go ahead. For the sake of ease, so that we don't get bogged down,
Yeah.
I'm going to just tell you what is here.
Okay.
Okay. There is
We should probably get some health potions.
there are health potions and of pretty much every type. There are these are all the most interesting magical items that are here. Okay, there are spell scrolls, which none of you are wizards, so you wouldn't really care. But there are spell scrolls
You're not a
of
wizard.
essentially
I am a
every
wizard.
oh yeah, you are of every
Oh yeah.
sorry
This time.
this time of every type of pretty much every
spellcasters.
spell in the book
Yep.
from level 1 to level 5.
Wow.
So there is
That's-
any spell that you want to buy is present from level 1 to level 5.
You gotta do a lot of reading really
Yeah.
quick.
You'll hear from Steve the rest of the session.
And there are 2 beads of force. There is 3 vials of the blood of the lycanthrope, which is an antidote to lycanthropy.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, why would that be here?
3 vials.
There is 1 chime of opening that has 3 uses.
Ooh.
We need a bard.
There is a very unique looking bottle, which is in a very heavily observed and guarded glass case, which just has inscribed underneath it a Efreet bottle.
Freet.
There is a potion that is referred to as the Essence of Rage. There are 2 such of those.
That's just called steroids.
Yeah.
Can I be extra
You can
ragey?
get anabolic
Probably
steroids.
not.
There are there are 4 of a blue, bubbling turquoise concoction, referred to as Maestra's Mana.
Interesting.
When you drink it, you recover expended spell slots
Ooh,
with a
that's nice.
combined spell level that is equal to or less than 1d4 plus 2. None of the slots can be higher than 5th level that you recover. There is 1 oil of etherealness. I'm sorry, 2 oils of etherealness.
How much do they cost?
I'll tell you the prices if you. That's 1,000 gold for oil of etherealness.
For one.
For 1. Oil of sharpness, there are 3. I can describe what each of these things do if you care to.
Ethereal makes invisible. Sharpness does what?
Oil of etherealness. There are beads of a kind of cloudy gray oil there, so it's like in a bead form. And these beads kind of rise up and evaporate and then reform within a bottle. So you can take one of the beads and it's like in a little container. The oil can cover a medium or smaller creature along with the equipment it's carrying, and it takes 10 minutes to apply, and you gain the effect of the etherealness spell for 1 hour when you apply it. The etherealness spell is in the handbook. I believe that is a 7th level spell.
Dang.
Oil of sharpness. Applying the oil takes 1 minute. It lasts for 1 hour. The coated item is magical and has +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls.
Wow. Does it have to be slashing or piercing?
It's whatever type of damage the item is.
Sorry, did you say damage or attack rolls or both?
Attack and damage rolls.
Wow.
There is an item referred to as Sovereign Glue. And there is, in another case, very heavily observed and protected, an item referred to as the Tablet of Reawakening.
I was in the D&D movie.
It
That was a good movie.
contains a 9th level True Resurrection spell.
Whoa.
These are the magical items at Kiki's Curious Consumables.
How much for lycanthrope? How much for that last
200
one?
gold per vial.
I will take all 3.
Okay, that's 600 gold. Mark them off.
Do I get the sense that the glue would reforge my hammer and my staff?
I would help her.
Roll
Like
an insight check.
Can I give her help on that?
Sure.
Since I'm proficient
this-
in
is this
alchemy.
How are you helping her?
I would ask
you s-
Anthony. I would see the glue and Anthony, do you think this glue would like permanently adhere this back together and make it just as powerful as it was before?
Ooh, let me check. I would like to Arcana check this magic item, please.
Please do so.
I'd like to Arcana check.
Then
all
I
of
would.
them, but
I will
won't do
help
that.
Steve. I will
All right.
help Anthony.
gonna help me?
Celine steps up and assists you in looking at the glue.
Blood of
I
the
see the
lycanthrope.
magic here.
Is that a real thing?
What is this?
Blood of the lycanthrope
thank you.
antidote.
It's Elmas.
It is a real thing.
25.
25. Yes.
Success!
There's a success. You can mark one down.
Yes!
And this would, in fact, glue the staff back together. What it would not do is restore the properties of the staff,
Not worth it then.
but it would allow you to utilize it as a hammer once more.
It also might
Not
make
worth
it
it.
easier to restore it, though. Because then you don't have to
it-
go through the problem.
It
of-
would
gonna be
not need to
expensive.
be reforged, it would need to be re-enchanted.
Not worth it.
So there's a difference between reforging, which this would accomplish, and re-enchanting.
Enchanting's easy. That's the easy one.
Not with the staff of magi.
Well, that's what it's saying. Wait, what do you... How was it enchanted? The first time.
I got
We
it
don't
from my
know.
dad. Who got it from his dad. Who got it from his dad.
All I know is
Easy.
we had an opportunity to do it, and we were foiled because we had to first connect it, and we couldn't make it happen. So if we ever get
That's
another
true.
opportunity, that would be
much is
taken
it?
care of.
Um,
Well, that's about
Sovereign
it.
Glue is 10,000 gold.
Never mind.
Oh, we can't even afford it.
Sorry.
Nope.
Knock
Is
the
that how
zero
much
off then.
5th level spell scrolls are?
5th level spell scrolls are 1,000 gold.
Oh.
What do the beads of force do? I don't think you described.
Oh, that's the jail that me and Niku were put into.
Wanted
That
I'm
was
sorry, it was a
awesome.
staff of power, not staff of the Magi. Staff of power is what it was.
Oh.
How much is that? 50? 50k?
No, that's what my staff is.
That's what the staff,
Oh.
the heft,
I thought it.
the shaft of the staff was a staff of the hammer was a staff of power.
Gotcha.
So there would need to be arcane influence. However, the sovereign glue would act to reforge it.
I'll have 10,000 gold.
Okay. Should have accepted the 1,000.
It still wouldn't have worked.
Are you sure you don't want it? You hear the voice again.
Tell me when 10,000.
Yeah, yeah.
We're solving an awful lot of problems.
Oh,
for him.
okay.
No, my parents said don't take anything from strangers.
Kiki says to you, by the way, no refunds, no takebacks. Once
Naturally.
you buy it, it's yours.
Health potions?
What do you need? I have everything up. I don't have superior, but I have greater healing potions and regular healing potions.
What's a greater go for?
250.
How many?
I have presently 3 greater healing potions.
Should I get them?
Well, so
I'll get it.
I'm an alchemist, so does that price sound at all reasonable to me?
Sounds very reasonable.
Darn.
In fact, it sounds
Too good reasonable.
like they're not marking anything up. Like this is a good. They're just doing business.
No, I
He said-
remember.
3 greater and what? How many regular?
There were.
I didn't ask that one.
Didn't ask about that, but there are 7 regular.
What do they go for?
They go for 50 gold apiece.
So we could be all in for like 1,100. So, I remember Yaga saying that they're very proper and upstanding goblins.
The fairy dragon kind of flies up and is watching you guys as you are perusing because she sees that you got some coin to spend. She kind of comes over and is just generally answering your questions and directing you. There's an attendant that's now stepped up with a tray that is putting the different. So he has your 3 antidotes that have been placed upon them.
So you have a lovely shop here. How long you been in operation?
Oh, it's hard to say in the Feywild. I've been here through many cycles at this point.
What's a cycle considered here?
Oh,
We're new. Trying to get our bearings.
the turning of the seasons.
Okay.
There's no day and night, generally, depending on what pocket dimension you're in, but it is a waxing and waning of seasons by which we tell the turning of the time.
Meaning like winter gets a little too big for its britches, and then one day summer does.
Generally, spring follows winter, yes.
And then, so do you travel through them, and that's how you see it?
We have been known to travel around, though we typically like to stay in spring.
Do you just feel it?
The Fae understands itself, yes.
Why do you stay in spring?
It's pleasant here. Not too hot.
I agree.
That is when the perfect date is.
It is also not threatening.
April 17th.
Just a light jacket.
The summer can be
Overbearing.
well, it can be intense in many emotional states. The fall can be lovely for their lattes, but it can be.
Wait, coffee's made it to the Fed? Definitely an empire.
Dude, they made it in art form.
The winter, we don't really go there. Although we allow them to come here. She kind of gestures towards wintry Eladrin.
Do they give you any trouble?
By the way, there are also like pixies and fairies and nymphs, which are all walking around, all different types of fey creatures. Sylphs, otherwise known as my brain. Well, the satyrs are there as well. They're
You need the Heimlich?
they're kind of just doing their things. There's many different types, all kind of perusing, and some are working some of the shops. Some are on behalf of the goblin. Yeah, the goblin owns every one of these shops and runs it, but there are other fey creatures that flit about.
I asked, do they give you any trouble when she said we let the winter come here? I don't know if you heard me.
I did not hear you.
Yeah, I said, did they give you any trouble?
The winter? I mean, they've been a bit blustery of late.
That's what you did there. Very clever.
But trouble, they would not dare trouble us here. Why would they do such a thing? We provide wares that they need.
So, if we were to get all of your healing potions, could you do a little bit better than the 1100 that would total? Maybe like a discount buy?
You want to spend all your money before you go and see Boop?
What's Boop have?
Oh, he has many magical things.
Okay, we should leave.
Do you do trade at all?
I do. Well, has to be like kind. I deal in consumables, dear. Consumables.
So are your scrolls not able to be learned and copied
Oh, I sell them.
into my spellbook?
And then you can copy them for yourself.
Does she have any nice
You don't have any
keys?
level 6 spells, do you? Because I got slots, but I ain't got no spells.
Well, the Court of Stars allows for up to 5th to be sold here.
Those quarter stars, they got their fingers in
Hey.
everything.
Hey, wait. Come on. I know there's always a back room.
Wink, wink.
There's always a little,
Nudge,
you
nudge.
know.
Roll persuasion.
Nice. The warlock's persuading.
Yes.
Love it.
30.
30.
Oh,
Wow.
She says,
Persuaded.
Did you crit?
No.
Dang!
there is a back room, and I do have higher spell levels, but you need permission from Titania for that.
Would she really know?
Yes.
Oh.
yes.
Even in her current fugue state?
I wouldn't want to mess with her when she's
Off the rails.
fiery.
So it's been a dry summer. Got it.
Alright.
You seem to be an
Let me spend money.
accomplished alchemist here. I'd be willing to trade you a potion recipe of my own making. Or perhaps some of the healing potions here. And if you have ingredients in the raw form, I would take those as well.
What type of potion, dear?
Have you heard of
Heroin.
heroin?
Yes. Are you familiar with the very powerful pain reliever nicknamed the Final Hour?
Heroin. All you need are poppy seeds.
I am not.
Oh, my goodness. Well, then I suppose you're in luck because I've invented a much cheaper way to create a reflection of it.
It
Still
must,
potent.
it must not be native to the Fae.
No.
Then it does me no good.
I'm sure you acquire many goods from those who pass by here.
My ingredients are all locally sourced.
Do you think you could charge more for something that's exotic?
Well, I would need the potion itself, not the way to make it. Do you have any of the potion on you that you'd be willing to trade?
How much of it do
She
I
starts
have
sweating.
on me?
You have what you had before. I think you had about a half of a
That's all I have.
half left, which I think allows for essentially like
An addict would never
a,
trade that.
a,
I know.
Even for
a
promise of future.
10-day in the confluence, which are longer days. So maybe 13 or 14 days here
But
in
we have a
the
flower,
Fae.
right?
Yeah,
You
but
do
there are
have a
other
flower.
things I need to make it.
Who has the
It's
flower?
not just the flour.
Do I have the flower?
That's just the rarest ingredient.
I mean, I can make one.
No, we have a flower.
Hey, do I have a? Is there a greater restoration scroll, and a contact other plane scroll?
Are they?
5th level.
Then yes, they are there.
1,000.
I would like to pull them out of the baskets and walk over and say, I will pay full price for these lovely spells.
2,000 gold, and they're yours.
Yes, I agree. I give you 2,000 gold.
All right.
Okay,
Inspect them.
we can solve some problems now. Inspect them.
She told us to go to another store.
Did you say that out loud?
No. She's proper.
Wait, I'm sorry, I missed that. Did you just tell him to inspect them?
That was Molly saying to Steve.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, that's
We can
funny.
tell
Well,
the
that's
difference.
sure why I
I
asked.
wasn't in my Ray voice.
Yes,
they were
you
there,
were not.
We have a lot of other stores that we'd like to examine first, but I'd be interested if you do carry any of the raw ingredients for powdered drowsy mint root and crushed feverfew seeds. But if you don't, that's perfectly fine.
I'm sorry, dear. I'm the owner. I'm not the apothecary per se.
You know what?
We and she points back to one of her goblins who's back there with like goggles on, kind of.
Yeah. His hair is blown back for sure.
He's got like
so
a
he's
mortar,
been there,
mortar
done
and
that.
pestle, and he's kind of mixing stuff. You see, Fenny over there. He's the apothecary.
Fenny.
Fanny for short, fentanyl for.
Yeah. My kind of man. Let me talk to him. I would like to talk to him. I don't want. We don't have to do it now, but at some point before.
Okay. Let me mark that down. Okay. Just for all of your sake, Beat of Force, 500 gold. Chime of Opening with 3 uses, 300 gold. Fruity Bottle, 20k. Essence of Rage, 500 gold. Maestra's Mana, 2,000 gold. Oil of Etherealness, 1,000 gold. Oil of Sharpness, 1,000 gold. Sovereign Glue, 10k. Tablet of Reawakening, 20k.
Are any of those permanent consumables? Like the effect is permanent.
She doesn't have any books that would, like a manual.
Gotcha.
So that doesn't appear that that is present.
It's in the back room.
Opie is next with the ordinary objects. He is a hobgoblin. So when you say goblins, it's not all little goblins.
Sure.
There are hobgoblins and some bugbears about.
Goblinoid.
He is a hobgoblin, and he looks at you as he is has a cane, a yellow 3-piece suit, and a high top yellow hat, which his red skin is very terribly contrasting.
Oh no.
And he sells all manner of mundane adventuring gear. And the prices are more expensive than what you would typically find. He looks at you all.
Oh, well, how can I help you? I'm Opie. Everything here is ordinary.
You know, you remind me of like this donkey that my Umi.
Thanks for noticing.
I was about to say, did you just insult him? Just call him an
No.
ass.
It's from a book. That my Umi.
Donkeys are Max's area.
Hey, do you have like a compass?
Yeah, I have a compass.
That like always points to due north.
Yeah, I do.
And if correct me if I'm wrong, the seasons don't ever like change locations, right?
Well, you're wrong.
Okay.
The influence of the area can change the geography and the influence of the season they're in. I have a compass here, and that compass will cost you 100 gold.
Opie. Opie.
Well. Opie, I have this beautiful, ordinary purple heart side table. It is made out of the most incredible wood there ever is. You know how beautifully ordinary Purple Heart is. If you're willing to trade.
If it were Yellow Heart, I'd be interested. That's my favorite color, 'cause it's so cheery.
But purple, there's beauty and sadness.
Roll persuasion.
I like this.
You finally get to sell your wood carvings. That's awesome. Hopefully. Anybody got a prestidigitation of
15.
thaumaturgy? Change the color.
15.
I'll give you 100 gold for it, or store credit for 200 gold.
What if we sign up for your newsletter?
Well, you wanted the compass, right?
Okay. We'll take the store credit.
I also have this beautiful. Ray's just pulling it out of her
Okay.
backpack.
He gives you the compass. Before you continue, please roll a d12.
Oh no.
T12.
D12.
For an ordinary compass, Matt? An ordinary compass?
Everything here is ordinary.
He hands it to you.
Can I insight his face?
Ordinary in the Fae, maybe.
That's a good point.
I think it was a 9.
Okay. You got a compass. You can add it to your Fey compass. It will point northish. You may continue pulling out of your bag.
I have a really nice trunk. That's it. Beautiful wood.
How
I
did
just
you
shut up.
fit that in your
Shut up,
bag?
Anthony.
I am very strong.
Roll a persuasion check.
Does he only know ordinary bags? He doesn't know about bags of holding?
14. I don't think it's a bag of
14.
holding.
Well, you've used 100 of your store credit. I'll give you another 50 for the trunk.
I'll just take that as money.
Oh no, it will be 25 gold.
Okay.
That makes sense.
All right, here you go.
He gives you 25 gold and takes the trunk. You still have 100 gold worth of store credit.
There's no compass in here.
There's not.
Okay.
Does anybody else want anything? I have 100 store credit. We have.
What
You
can we
didn't
get?
actually describe well.
Yeah, what else we got?
There's everything in the player's handbook is there.
Oh, okay.
Do we need to
I drew you a dagger.
do we need to buy food and water here?
Well,
I can create water, so I
Probably.
wouldn't buy water.
I have an ordinary dagger for you. Would you buy it?
That's, and he kind of gestures towards the weapon guy.
That's his territory.
Does anyone have thieves' tools? Would be proficient in them?
Uh huh.
there you go. That's definitely a good thing to have.
Yeah.
Do you have them?
What are they? Plus somethings? Or is it regular?
Regular, I'm sure.
They're
we should have a backup.
Let me
ordinary.
see. I can make any kind of tool I want.
Maybe we should have a backup in case they break.
Let's see here.
Not a bad idea.
How much are the thieves' tools?
I do
They're
have these tools.
100 gold.
Oh, piece of the life of the hobgoblin hoedown.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll take them so we have a backup in case ours break. Here you go, Anthony.
Please roll a d12.
Who?
You.
I give them to you.
Ray, well, whoever. Either of you.
11?
You have +1 thieves' tools.
Nice.
Nice.
It was worth the 100.
Yeah.
Before it was
worth
not worth the 100.
Thank
it.
you.
It's also Stormcapes.
Very ordinary.
Wow. I'm gonna buy everything in here.
Well, I'm just looking at the Fey compass. What's it? How much movement is on there on the needle?
It's pointing up. North is kind of up towards where the big air balloon is. It's in that direction. Slightly kind of askew from there, maybe a little bit northeast from where the balloon is.
Points to your heart's desire.
And then it kind of just wavers a little bit,
Towards Celine.
What?
and then it just kind of settles back. There's like almost like an ebb and flow as you stare at it. It seems to fluctuate a little bit.
Okay.
Is
Because north moves.
there a section of bags and backpacks?
There are bags and backpacks.
I'd like to go to that section.
Okay, a
Boops.
backpack is 10 gold.
I don't need a backpack.
Okay.
Do you ever need pouches?
He has a bundle, a kind of a side pouch is 5 gold.
Yeah, I want a couple of those.
Okay, how many are you buying?
10.
Okay, mark off 50 gold.
And 10 pouches.
Where are you keeping those fanny packs?
Not as fanny.
As long as they're not
You marked off
magical,
50
I'm gonna
gold.
Put them in my bag of holding.
Please roll 10d12.
Oh, dang.
10
Steve.
pouches.
He just dies on the spot.
1,
No refunds.
3, 4, 6, 12.
That's a bag of holding.
Hey! 6. How many was that? 7?
That's
You're up to 7.
8. 6. 9.
Okay, you have 9 ordinary pouches and 1 bag of holding.
Cool. Does he have anything for like bandages or like what would be supplies in a medicine kit?
He does have a healer's kit. That
Sounds
is
like
for
infusion.
25 gold.
I'll buy that.
Okay, roll d12.
Max it.
I should have taken the store credit. Sorry, guys.
This is why I bought 10 of them.
312. Come on, get out of the case. Celine, die. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
7.
Buy everything from
It's a
the
healer's
store.
kit.
That's good. I'll take that. That was 25 gold.
25 gold.
Yay.
What about ink and writing materials, parchment and whatnot?
He has an ounce of ink. That's 50 gold.
No quills or anything? I do need that ink though.
He has an ink pen that is
I need that too.
1 gold.
I need that too.
Okay. Roll 2d12s.
How much was the ink?
50 gold. Roll d12. This is for the ink.
Ink. 1.
Okay.
The
And the
pen is
pen?
8.
Okay. You have ink and a pen,
Lovely.
which you can take notes with. It is not considered magical ink for purpose of writing spells into
Gotcha.
a book.
Does he have any just like traveler's cloaks? About Hashin's size?
Yeah.
We need to hide
He
his
has
don't
a
care.
Yeah.
cloak.
I was thinking we might have to honestly hide him, so
I'll take a cloak of elven kind.
He has a cloak that is for 20 gold.
Actually, maybe you should have
Get a few of them.
Yeah, there are a few.
Can I
Which
try
one?
it on first?
Sure. There's multiple sizes.
What color?
All colors that you'd like.
I take a yellow one.
Chartreuse, please.
Yellow.
That's a good
I
choice.
thought so. It's your favorite color. I'd blend in. Throw the hood up. How do I look? Cover my face?
Extremely hidden.
Am I mysterious?
Very springy. Roll a d12.
Oh, me?
Whoever.
9.
You have a yellow cloak. That matches well with the
We
realm
like
of
yellow
spring.
cloaks.
Interesting.
All right. Any others?
I'm trying to think of what else could be really beneficial if it turned out to be super magical. Nah, I can't think of anything.
All right.
Well, feel free to come back anytime and to look at my ordinary things.
Where do you get your ordinary things? They are so lovely ordinary.
Around.
That's funny.
Right. You move on to.
Before we move on, Darian, Manny is recalling the conversation with Kiki about the trouble and how they wouldn't. And Manny thinks, I wonder if they have any guards around here, and he wants to see if there's any guards walking. He
Roll
knows that-
perception.
All right, that's a little bit better. That's 20.
That's a success.
Unnatural.
May mark one down. You see the only guard that seems to be present is Yaga at the front. But you also get the sense that there's some sort of a magical ward to this place, with the stream in particular.
Okay. He's gonna. I get the sense that there's a magical ward around this place to do with the stream. Do you have any feelings about that?
I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. I think that when we walked under the bridge there, on the bridge there, I felt it as we came in. And then I think we heard
Noise.
everything only once we got past the bridge.
So you think the warding is only?
I think it's a
Sonic?
concealer, but also not just to like hide, but to like just keep the peace of the area. That's what I think.
All right.
But I don't know if it blocks vision out or in. We could see
Well,
all
we
this
could
when we're
see.
outside.
We could.
Well,
It's not
you
here.
were all taken in by the red dragon head and
True.
didn't really look beyond or notice beyond.
What if we walked up to the edge to see if anyone stopped us from continuing to walk away? You first, though.
He'll walk up to the river,
Okay, you walk up to the creek. Which?
probably by the dragon head.
Okay, by the dragon head. Okay, you're there.
And he tries to walk into the stream. The creek.
You walk into the stream.
Ooh,
You splash
wet.
in,
you're so
and you fall. There's no bottom.
Okay. He's.
And I need you to roll an athletics check not to sink.
You guys!
You're wearing heavy
I
armor
looked away
too,
for
right?
1 second!
You're wearing plate armor.
Would that be disadvantage?
No, but
Doesn't
you
matter.
definitely don't have a swim speed.
I looked
Yeah.
away for 1 second!
Do I have any spells
That's
that can
16.
fix this?
I do.
You're able to kind of like keep your head above the
Throw
water,
some rope in.
and Hashin rushes over next to Anthony as they both kind of pull you up and
Oh,
out.
that's good. I was just gonna watch.
Yaga is kind of looking at you, just shaking his head. What are you doing?
Testing a theory.
You could just ask me questions.
Have
Alright.
you jumped in the water before?
No, it's a magical ward. It's meant to keep things out.
Is there a bottom?
I don't know. I've never gone down there.
Well, see, that's what he's trying to test.
It's weird.
It's a bad way to test it.
All right, go buy stuff.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Next one.
So you move on eventually to Boop.
All right, Boop.
Who's Boop?
I've been holding out
Betty?
for this.
Betty Boop?
What you got?
You see a goblin.
Who's Beth night?
This is a goblin again, like Kiki, who has got a strong underbite with a mohawk down the side of kind of black hair, with several piercings and tattoos, all very tasteful, with a black vest, no undershirt, showing the sleeves of tattoos, and well-tailored pants with kind of spectacles on the end of his long nose, and fancy jewelry, bracelets, rings, to go with some of the piercings.
Is there a motorcycle around? I'm
There-
sort of
there is-
picturing a
He's an old
motorcycle.
punk too, with
Distinguished punk.
bifocals on.
Yeah.
You know, back in my day, we used to rage against the machine.
He looks, he goes, "Yeah, welcome, boys and girls. But can brand by Boo for Boo.
Is this the menagerie?
Nope.
No,
This is
That's
Boop's,
next.
Boop's Bussin' Magic.
Ben will bring Buzz for best Bobjects.
By ban. Bell bun. And he turns and
I
he
have no idea what's going on.
gestures.
what language
What's
is
the
this?
language you said?
Celestial.
Bombing.
It's deep speech.
Deep speech.
I'm just gonna, again, like before,
Yeah.
you can have conversation. There are many magical items here. I'm gonna give you the price along with
That's
it.
what
All
I
right.
should save my money for.
There's an amulet of divine protection for 2,500 gold.
I'll take it.
While wearing this amulet, you gain the effect of the Shield of Faith spell, granting you a +2 bonus to AC. Whenever you take damage for the first time on a turn while wearing it, you must make a con save. On a failed save, the spell effect is suppressed for 1 minute, i.e. it's gone for the rest of the combat. Next,
Awesome.
Arcanist's Gauntlets.
What? Steve.
This pair of rich silk gloves are guarded by an enchanted mithril shell that sporadically releases arcane power. You can use the gauntlets as a spell-casting focus while wearing them, and when you cast a spell using a spell slot of 5th level or lower, you roll a d6. If you roll a number on the d6 equal to or greater than the spell's slot level, the spell draws on the magic within the gauntlets instead of your own and is cast without expending a spell slot. The spell slot must be of a level you can normally cast.
Wow.
The gauntlets can provide up to 5 levels worth of spells in this way each day, and no 2 slots can be the same level. That is 2,500 gold. Champion's Great Bow.
Free castings are worth it.
This large bow is wrought with the boughs of an old, resilient tree, gnarled and fey-like. Its wooden frame is exceptionally sturdy but difficult to draw. You must have a strength score of at least 13 to wield this bow. This bow's damage die is a d10, and when you make a ranged attack with this bow, you score a critical hit on a roll of 19 or 20.
Nice.
Oh!
You should have that.
Once on each of your turns, while you make a ranged attack with this weapon, you can use the bow to fire a javelin or spear instead of an arrow, without affecting the bow's damage die. When you do, the bow's normal and long ranges are halved. If the attack hits, the target takes extra piercing damage equal to your strength modifier. The Dream Saber.
How much is that?
That is 2,500 gold.
Okay.
That's
I
really
hate that he
small.
put this after we spend all the money.
Oh no, I have all my money.
Dream Saver
Didn't you buy
is
yourself
1,500 gold. You gain a +1 to bonus and attack damage rolls made with this magic weapon, and any creature it hits takes an extra 1d4 psychic damage. When the damage you deal with this weapon would reduce a creature to 0 hit points, you can choose to instead magically cause it to fall asleep. The sleeping creature is unconscious for 10 minutes or until it takes damage or someone uses an action to shake or slap it awake. When you cause a creature to fall asleep in this way, you can also force it to make a DC Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, you immediately learn its surface thoughts and can decide what dreams it has while it is asleep.
What type of weapon is it?
It is a saber.
Sabre.
This is a short sword, considered?
Frostfell Cloak, 1,500 gold. This cloak has an icy, geometric pattern of a snowflake inside its warm lining.
Stole it from Santa.
While wearing the cloak, you have resistance to cold damage and ignore difficult terrain created by ice or snow. As you walk, snowflakes drift behind you and vanish upon touching the ground. The cloak has 5 charges. I'm not going to read this whole thing. Basically, you can spin in place and cause cold damage around you and make rough terrain with ice and snow.
Not worth it because I can do a spell for that.
Glove of the Aegis, 25 gold. The glove holds 5 charges and you regain 1d3 plus 2 expended charges each day at dawn. When a target you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to expend any number of the glove's charges. You add +2 to your AC for the attack, against the attack for each charge expended. You can use this ability after the attack has been made, but before any damage has been calculated. The glove's power cannot be used if you are already wielding a shield. Helm of Heroes. This golden helm glistens in the light. You gain +1 bonus to your armor if you're wearing no armor while wearing this helmet.
Looks odd. You have no armor on but a helmet on.
You can use a shield and still gain this benefit. In addition, while wearing no armor, the helm becomes suffused with glory and glimmers for 1 minute whenever you roll a 20 on an attack roll. While the helm is glimmering in this way, you gain temporary hit points at the start of each of your turns, equal to half your level, and friendly creatures within 10 feet of you can't be frightened.
Wow, it's like an aura.
Yeah.
That is 4,000 gold. The Iron Leaf Impaler, 2,500 gold. This wooden glaive is sprouted from a roughly fist-sized seed that's still attached to its base. A large red thorn creates the weapon's pointed tip. Dense, thorny vines coil around the top and bottom of the heft, with small glowing splits appearing in the wood beneath them. You gain +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. In addition, this weapon has 5 charges. When you make a range attack with the weapon, you can choose to expend one of its charges. Hit or miss, the weapon explodes into thorny shrapnel after it reaches the target. The target and each creature within 10 feet of it must make a dex saving throw of 15. The creature takes 1d8 piercing damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. If the target was hit by the attack, it automatically fails the saving throw. Immediately after the weapon explodes, the seed immediately regrows the glaive at your location in your hand.
Bro, is that a 10-foot melee weapon with a ranged AoE attack?
Yeah.
That is nasty.
Yeah.
How much is that?
2,500 gold.
You should
I don't have
How much do you have?
I have a 1,100
Mistwalker armor,
get it.
2,000 gold. This dark studded leather armor is +1 and releases wisps of fog from its seams. While wearing this armor, you can use an action at will
I'm gonna be broke after.
to cast the Fog Cloud spell. Once this property of the armor has been used, it can't be used again until the next dawn. In addition, fog doesn't obscure your vision. And while you're in opaque fog, you can use your movement to teleport to an unoccupied space that you can see in the fog. Doing so costs an amount of movement equal to the distance you teleport.
It doesn't say your allies can see through the fog, though.
That's correct.
Good
Ring
thing-
of Eldritch Ire.
Uh-oh.
This ring can only be
Give
worn
it a
by a
handful.
warlock.
Full of rings.
This-
I'm out.
This cold warped
I bet this is the coolest thing.
This cold
I'm
warped
out.
ring has 3 yellow gemstones adorning its surface that swivel and move like strange eyes. The ring has 3 charges and regains all expended charges daily at dusk. While wearing this ring, you can expend one of its charges as a bonus action to mark an unmarked creature that you can see within 60 feet of you for 1 hour. The mark is lost if you fall unconscious, or end it early as a bonus action. Marked creature appears to be shrouded in a strange, sharpening mist that magically helps you focus. You gain +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls against marked creatures, and marked creatures have a -1 penalty to saving throws against the spells you cast.
Oh, wow.
15 gold.
You know a marked creature's general distance and direction from you at all times while it is on the same plane of existence as you. In addition, you perceived a marked creature within 60 feet of you as though you had true sight, and you can see through any illusion that stands between you and the marked creature.
This is really good against the mist.
2,500 gold. Sash of Sorceress Synergy. 2,000 gold. This miraculous, one-shouldered robe is made from fine fabrics that have been steeped in powerful magic and fastened with an ornate buckle. The sash has 5 charges and regains 1d4 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. When an ally that you can see within 60 feet of you casts a spell while you're wearing this robe, you can use your reaction to expend 1 or more of the sash's charges to twist the spell with one of your own metamagic options.
Whoa.
Without expending any sorcery points. The number of charges you expend is equal to the number of sorcery points the metamagic option would normally cost.
Wait, okay.
I don't need that.
If using the sash would cause the spell to target a second creature, you choose the new target.
How much money does Cacophony have?
I could.
In addition, when you use a metamagic option on a spell while wearing this sash, you can change the style, color, and material of the garment and buckle.
Well, now I'm sold.
So basically, it's glamoured. That is 2,000 gold.
Oh.
Signet rings of blindness, deafness, and silence. 1,000 gold. Each of these 3 signets is decorated with the carvings of a skull and a pair of skeletal hands that cover either its eyes, ears, or mouth. Each ring has 1 charge, which recharges each day at dawn. If you are wearing the corresponding signet, which you can wear all 3 at once, or they can be passed around. When you are blinded, deafened, or in an area of magical silence, you can expend the ring's charge, no action required, to be cured of the condition or speak a word or phrase, such as a verbal arcane component that can be heard through the magical silence. Wearing the rings together as a set combines their collective charges, potentially allowing you to use one ring's properties multiple times. That is 1,000 gold.
Wow.
Those are all the items at Boop's Bussin' Bagic.
We go
That
tell
really
Cacophony
is
that there's a ring of eyeballs that she needs to buy,
Okay.
right? Or unless you're buying it.
One of us.
Yeah, one of you got it. You want to go.
How much gold does she have?
She
a
has... did she accept the 1,000 gold?
She will.
I would have. She's a hoarder.
Cacophony
so I
being
would
offered
assume
gold,
so.
she would have
Yeah.
taken that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gave my 1,000 gold to this guy that Dmitri gave me.
Okay, then she has... if she accepted that gold, then she has
I don't know if she updated D&D Beyond though.
3,350
buy it.
gold.
Right, she buys the true sight thing.
So you want her to buy the Eldritch...
Oh, she definitely needs that.
Only because I can't.
She buys the
True sight in the
Ring of Eldritch Ire.
Shadow Realm.
Okay.
Probably a pretty good idea for her as the
High
priestess. Yeah.
Cacophony buys the Ring of Eldritch Ire, so I will mark off 2,500
You think
gold.
she'd buy that studded leather armor?
Does she wear armor?
I think she has armor.
She does not have enough gold to... She has now has 850 gold left.
How much was the leather?
I have 99 gold left because I'm buying the arcane gauntlets.
Okay.
Could
Am
I
I-
buy the thorn glaive?
Hold on, let me get there. The Arcane Gauntlets.
Sucks because I was gonna try to buy an animal too.
Arcanist Gauntlets by Antony. Okay. 2,500 gold,
You're gonna
mark
buy
that
the
off.
glaive?
And you are buying the Iron Leaf,
Iron.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is an amazing.
Would
weapon.
I?
the Iron Leaf Impaler for 2,500 gold.
And that's a +1 glaive.
How would that longbow work with
it.
my
It's crazy.
With an
with
AoE.
Good
my
for you.
current?
Yeah.
Let's wreck stuff.
It would
Let's get to
become
the
it would
storm now.
basically
would that-
it would become your new hex weapon.
Would that bow get absorbed like we were doing?
Yes, more or less.
Then I will do that.
Okay. You have enough gold after all of your purchases?
Oh yeah,
I don't.
3,400.
Okay.
Roughly.
So you've used 1,100 for all the potions.
I didn't buy all of them.
Okay.
I asked for a better deal and she didn't give me one.
Okay. So then
Oh, we didn't buy potions.
No.
Oh.
did not buy potions. So then yes, I know that you have enough gold. So that is
Right now I'm broke.
Hashim.
Got
Okay.
enough
2,500.
Champion's Great Bow, 2,500 gold.
Is that an actual thing in here?
I'm gonna add all of these.
Okay, so I don't have to.
Yeah, these are all. In case you're wondering where all these are from, these are all from Griffin's Saddlebag on Instagram and Patreon. You can
Oh, we're getting rated.
find
Oh,
his
hey.
stuff.
And if we know Matt, there's gonna be a magic shop in about an episode or two with way better items
Yeah.
for way less money.
Either that or it's Winnie.
Thanks for the raid, Knucklehead.
Books
Danke
better
schön.
badges.
Oh snap!
You don't have to
Hold on a
find
sec.
my daughter if you just pay 10,000 gold.
Okay.
All right. Any other purchases?
I will buy the Sash of
Well, you don't have
Sorcerer's Synergy.
In there right now.
Okay. That is
Oh,
for 2,000 gold.
The
Platinum.
helm?
it's specific to the.
I don't think
type.
so.
So yeah.
I think
And I'll
25
compliment
I think I'm
the
wrong.
fineness of that item while I'm doing that.
Well, actually, you have
platinum.
something on your head
250
already, right?
platinum is two,
No,
so
the
No,
tiara
that
broke.
disappeared.
that's 2,500 gold.
But I
Machine, do you have
boosted
any?
an
There you go.
Machine, do you have any gold
Thank you.
left over?
Yeah, how much
Can
do
you
I
read
have?
the helm one more
11
time?
20.
275. I was
4,000.
thinking we
Yeah,
to
so
take
he
what we
needs
have
some
left
now.
and get healing
No, we don't have
potions
enough
with the
money.
excess. At least one.
I
Okay.
don't know what that last one was for 1,000, but
The
I
helm
didn't
is
think we
4,000.
wanted it.
We don't
I'm
have
so
that money.
tired.
The Amulet of
Interest
Divine,
me.
I know
the
you
Amulet of
typed
Divine
almost everything.
Protection is still out there.
Yeah, that was 2,500.
That was a good item.
The Dream Saber is still out there.
That is a very good item.
The Frostfell Cloak is still out there.
Yeah.
The Glove of the Aegis is out there.
I like that one.
The
That was a
Helm
cool
of
one.
Heroes is out
I
there.
like that one.
That's neat.
So my Sash is gonna.
And the Signet Rings of Blindness, Deafness, and Silence is out there.
And I wasn't listening.
Were those 1,000 apiece or
I have
1,000
to apply
total?
that
Total for all,
Oh,
just for the
baby.
set.
I have
Oh,
Quicken,
baby.
Twin, Silent,
Oh baby.
I'll
Empower,
come back.
and Extend.
I want to see what
No, I
else
don't
is
have
out
Empower. I
there.
have Extend.
All right.
Empower's probably the one I
Is the Iron Leaf an actual item, or
He said he's
I'm
gonna
gonna
add
add,
them all.
these are all in Griffin. I'm gonna add all
Okay.
these.
Gotcha,
Once I know what ones you
Extend.
purchase, then I'll add them in.
sorry?
Bow. Benny Butter Bottoms.
We don't
Bori
use its
Boo.
points.
Ben buy by
Yeah, I
the
had
back.
to use its charges.
Biff by one boar bings.
But
And then I come back if I want more things.
Burr.
Okay. Then I'm good.
Are you cold?
Oh, you should try the cloak.
The Frostfell Cloak.
Burr.
Oh, that's not good.
Here's a nice yellow cloak you can that you borrow.
Burr. You all feel the
Perception.
temperature dropping precipitously.
Oh no.
18.
We equip our items.
The temperature is dropping precipitously as you hear a shattering sound coming from the area of the stage.
Oh no.
You all who were at Boops, let's see, Cacophony's over here,
We're gonna save them,
look over
and then they're gonna offer us all kinds of free stuff that we already paid for.
and you watch as a fiery sword slices through the stage, and two massive
We can't.
fire giants rush through,
Not on screen.
and behind. I'm gonna.
Just so people
Yep,
can see
yep,
it. It's
yep.
cool.
Dude, I love the initiative.
Isn't that neat?
Paul
And
did that, yeah.
They
It looks good on the screen too.
Fire giants, you said.
yep, fire giants.
Oh, great! Your cousins.
And kind of rushing
spawn
in
of
behind them and around them are 5 little fiendish-looking creatures with red
Caps.
caps on their heads and scythes in their hands.
Nice.
As you see the fiery giants, who they look like fire giants, but they're look to be almost made of fire, as if these are like odd fey fire giants.
Yep,
There's more whimsy to them. The largest one wears a cloak. They're not quite as tall as normal fire giants that you're aware of. They're shorter, though still fire giants. Two of them have fire swords. One of them has a massive fire halberd, and their hair is literal fire, which is a little bit different than fire giants. When they get emotional and angry, their hair can flare up, but usually it's hues of red are the hair of fire giants from the material plane. They all burst through as there's a shattering sound, and a kind of what's the word? A gust of wind. It's not a zephyr,
Gale?
like a gale. Yes, a gale force wind
Scale bobbins?
of Gale bobbin.
That bitch.
Of Arctic blast kind of just comes in behind them and blows through. It puts out the fire around the spider, and there is a scream that goes up as folks kind of rush all over the place. Yaga comes rushing in, screaming, "We've been breached! Everyone out!"
I didn't think that was possible.
Neither did I! Take up arms! And
Do it.
that is where we are going to pick up our episode.
Now.
She's the frontliner.
All right, she does.
That's where we're going to pick up our episode next week.
Beautiful.
We are going to be in the middle of this
Fun combat.
this Goblin Market for a combat, and there's some strange things going on here.
We equip our purchases.
Huh?
We equip our purchases.
If your purchases don't require
I have no idea.
don't require attunement, which some of them do,
my
then
bow?
you will be able to use them right away.
sure
To
mine
make
does.
a weapon, a hex weapon
Oh,
requires an hour.
What about
In
my
your
safe?
character
That is
description.
true. That's a class feat.
Yep.
Sadly.
Hopefully I can just throw that stash on and just start
Otherwise, it
bluffing.
doesn't require attunement.
Are
no.
my gauntlets attunerizing?
Yours do require
I thought
attunement.
so.
We might want to look at that deeper because a hex weapon is different than a Pact of the Blade weapon.
I think they both require time with
Okay.
them.
A ritual.
Is
Um,
this sash attuning?
I
Sash.
don't remember. We'll have to look at
Which
it.
means no.
We'll talk about it
You
and
have
look
to
at it.
attune your
All
plain
right.
yellow cloak.
Thank you all so much for being here with us as we went through this kind of lore dump, get them on the path, let them do some shopping, and now they are in a combat. Now they're in a combat, and we'll see where things go from here in the Goblin Market and
we only get to shop once per campaign.
beyond.
Season.
Thank you so much for checking us out. We hope you enjoyed it. We'd appreciate certainly follows. Those are always fun. Appreciate all of the subscriptions tonight and the time that you spent with us. And so until Tuesday night, next week, starting at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, we hope you are well. But at that point, we will continue to loot, die, and repeat. Have a great night, everyone.
Good night.
Cheers.
So I can make it a packed weapon with a...
I only have up to 5 charges.